What's going on, everybody, and welcome back. Gonna sound like Lil Wayne here for a moment, but I'm sorry for the wait. This was supposed to drop on Father's Day, but I just didn't finish it on time because life happens. My apologies, but better late than never though, right? So just bear with me on this video. There are a lot of different ingredients and a lot of different steps that you're gonna see. Like I said, just bear with me. Check out all these ingredients here. As you saw earlier, essentially this whole dinner is a 16-ounce bone-in ribeye, lobster tail, twice baked potato, and asparagus wrapped in bacon. So, along with those other ingredients, I have chives, thyme, rosemary, and some Italian parsley. Here I have a nice 6-ounce lobster tail. Some of the seasonings: salt, black peppercorn, granulated garlic, Ancho Chile pepper, and Paprika. So first up, let's get started with this baked potato because it takes a moment to bake, obviously. If you're in a rush, you can just pop it right into the microwave. Trust me, done it all the time, nothing wrong with it. Gonna give it a few jabs here, help it cook a little bit faster. Okay, that goes into the oven. Right now the oven is at 400 degrees. Let's pat this dry, and this has been sitting out for some time, of course, like I always say. Have to let it get to room temperature. Hit it with some of that coarse salt, kosher salt, of course. Very generously, beautiful, looking good. And we go in with just a little bit of that black pepper. These next few are always optional, definitely not necessary, but I like to add them onto mine. Some of that granulated garlic. And I found that ribeyes taste delicious with an Ancho Chile rub. So, throw a little bit of that on there, not too much. Don't have to make it too spicy or anything. Just like that. That's ready to go in a moment, but first, let's get started with this lobster tail too. Cut right through the center there, as you can see. Now, taking the meat out of the shell right here isn't perfect, as you can see, but I want to show you the reality of it, how it can be sometimes. Definitely want to be gentle too here. That was the thing. The main goal was to not break the shell. To me, presentation means just as much as the flavor, so we always eat with our eyes first. Kind of want to just press down, dislodge the meat from the sides. I keep saying meat and it's disturbing me. And also just want to dislodge it from underneath there too, kind of stuck. Again, like I said, being very, very gentle. You don't want to break the shell. Unless you don't really care about presentation, that's fine, but there we go, starting to get it out there. Just like that. Kind of pull it right over top. And we're just going to let it sit right on top there. As you can see. Let's pull all the veins off and stuff. Get it cleaned up, looking nice. Get rid of that, and look at that, looking pretty good. Now it's time to season this up right here. Going in with some of that salt. My best friend, my best duo here, salt and pepper. They get used in just about everything. Granulated garlic again. And some paprika. Wasn't coming out. And then a whole bunch. No big deal. Nice color, nice flavor. Alright, so fast forward a little bit, that baked potato is finished. Okay. Just gently slice off a thin layer on the top. If you have not seen a twice baked potato before, you're in for a nice treat here. I've been talking about some side videos, so finally you get to see two sides of mine in this video. Gently with this, like I said, scoop out all of the potato there, throw it into the bowl. Speed this up a bit, don't need to waste your time. So we're gonna go in with some chives here. Gonna go in with our sour cream. Let's hit it with some freshly shaved Parmesan cheese. Now I know you see the pre-shredded bag of cheddar cheese. I promise I usually do not recommend any pre-shredded cheese. I was kind of in a hurry here and I couldn't find the actual block of cheddar cheese that I like. So I didn't go with any. But if you have to use pre-shredded any kind of cheese, I would definitely recommend Sargento. For some reason, that cheese just happens to melt the best for, you know, pre-shredded bag cheese already, and it has great flavor to it. So I would use that. Go in with a touch of salt, a little bit of pepper, and we're missing one thing here. Top it off. Definitely need some bacon. I just cut off, you know, ends of a couple of those bacon strips and dice it up like that. Get it nice and crispy in the pan. And those are going to be thrown into the bowl. Definitely save some bacon bits and chives for garnish on top. One of my main things that I've been focusing on, besides, you know, learning the basics of cooking and all the flavors, is garnishes and presentation. Very, very important for me. And after that's all mixed up, like you see, just kind of stuff it right back in there. Remember, this is twice baked, so it's going to get thrown right back into that oven. Not yet though, still got something else to do. Let's top it with some more Parmesan and some more cheddar cheese, because why not? Go big or go home. Alright, so that's gets thrown right back into the oven there. Let that bake, melt. My cast iron skillet has been on the heat for some time. It's already pretty hot. Let's throw in some of that extra virgin olive oil. Won't take long for that oil to heat up because that pan is already hot. As you can see here, it starts to smoke already. It is ready for the ribeye. Beautifully seasoned up, looking great. Room temperature. Always lay the steak away from you. And we press down for maximum surface area. Gonna give you that beautiful color that we want. Season up the other side while it's on there. Okay. Granulated garlic. Beautiful. So while that's searing, we can get started cooking our lobster tail. Remember, like I said, I'm aiming for everything to get finished around the same time here, so that's why I'm not doing, you know, one part at a time. Kind of mixing it up. This is going to get baked on 375 for 10 minutes. 375 degrees Fahrenheit. This has been searing for about 2 to 3 minutes here, so we're going to give it a nice flip, and look at that. Beautiful, folks. And you already know what time it is. Every steak that I do, this step is always crucial. Like I say, it's basting time. Going with some garlic, fresh garlic. I have thyme here. Gonna throw in some of that rosemary. And of course, in order to baste, we need some butter. Like I said, I always like to use unsalted butter. I just like to control how much heat, how much salt is going into the dish. And we just let that melt. Go over like this. Some slow-mo food porn for you here. Guys, if you're enjoying this as much as I did, please don't forget to like, subscribe, enable notifications. Definitely share with somebody, anybody, aunts, uncles, brothers, sisters, boyfriend, girlfriend. They may want this meal though once you show it to them, so be careful. Let's finish basting. Looking good. Now it's time to go into the oven. I have it at 450 degrees Fahrenheit. This is going to go in for about 10 minutes here. My dad is one of those people that like well done. Don't judge him. It was his day. So let's get started on a nice butter that we're going to top on the lobster tail. Again, unsalted butter. We're going to control how much salt we throw into it. Some more of my best friend there, pepper. And let's give it some freshly minced garlic. Paprika. And a squeeze of some lemon juice. Let's mix all that up. Nice and warm, melt it together. Looking good. And in the meantime, we can just set that aside until it's done. I save this part for last because they usually don't take too long. Everything else is, wrapping up, just about done. So we can go ahead and get ready to get started on our asparagus wrapped bacon. Wrap it as such like this. For this, I tend not to choose a thick bacon just because, it'll take longer to cook. It's a little harder for me to wrap personally, so, nice bacon like this, not too thick, stretchy, it's good to go. By the way, this is a bourbon smoked bacon. Adds a little bit more flavor to it. Non-stick skillet, going back in with some olive oil here. Again, this pan was already, pretty nice and hot. That is ready to go. Man, oh man. Let me just tell you, I can't even explain what the house was smelling like at this point. It was just so many flavors, so many great smells. Get that, let that cook down for a moment. Okay, it's been about 10 minutes here. We're gonna go ahead and take that out. Oh my god, look at that. Looking too good. We let that rest. Let all them resting juices, set it aside. Okay, it's been 10 minutes for that. Let's go and get started with that butter topping that we made just a minute ago. Okay. Just some finishing touches here for you. Man, oh man. Now, last step for the lobster tail. We're just gonna broil that for 3 minutes. Yes, broil. 3 minutes, that's it. It's gonna bring a nice golden color with that butter. Let's give these a nice rotation. Cook them on all sides. Not too long, all that bacon fat just renders down into the asparagus, giving it all so much extra flavor. Look at that. And we can go ahead and grab out that twice baked potato. All the cheese has melted, looking beautiful. Remember earlier we had saved some of those chives. We saved some of the bacon bits for the garnish, like I said. Gonna go ahead and throw those on top there, if I can get them to stay. And that is good enough. Looking great. Set that aside. It's time to plate this bad boy up. Our ribeye's been resting, looking good. Gonna throw that lobster tail on there. Perfect spot for it. Let's go ahead and get that potato. Oh man. And of course, let's throw on that bacon. This is the holy grail for Father's Day. For all my kings out there. And last but not least, just one more final touch to this plate. Some grilled lemon there. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry for the wait for this here. Finally got it done. Don't forget to like, subscribe, enable notifications, and share. Thank you so much, everybody. Enjoy.